Okay, with this particular one, we're asked to solve this word problem. This one's talking about a field trip and how many people can fit in a van and how many people can fit in a bus. It talks about the high school trip and separate trips to the water park. The senior class rented and filled 4 vans and 7 buses with 341 students. The next high school rented 12 vans and 9 buses, seating a total of 555 students. Each one carried the same amount. That's going to be important, but we're not going to do much with that other than just realize that they are the same amounts. They're both filled to capacity, if you will. So the very first thing we're going to do is identify what we're going to use for our variables. I use x and y. That's sometimes the easiest. I'll let vans be represented by x and my buses be represented by y. So x represents the vans, y represents the buses. So let's look. High school A has 4 vans, 7 buses, for a total of 341 students. So this would be 4x plus 7y equals 341. And you'll notice that in our first equation. The second high school B, had 12 vans, 9 buses for a total of 555 students. So that will be 12x plus 9y equals 555. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to try to eliminate one of these. And so these are our systems of equation. The way that we'll eliminate this is we can, this one I say I have a 4x, I have a 12x here. If I multiply this top one here by negative 3, I'll end up with a negative 12x here and I can eliminate my x's. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to multiply the entire top equation there, all 3 parts, by negative 3. Okay, so this turns into negative 12x, negative 21, and then negative 1023. The second equation I don't need to change at all because this one is already at positive 12x. That will remain there, and this will allow me to eliminate my x's. If I do that, I'm just going to add these together. This will be, those cancel out. Negative 21 plus 9 would give me negative 12. And then negative 1023 plus 555 would be negative 468. Okay, so I'm one step closer, and I'm 1 step away as well. I've got negative 12y equals negative 468. So I need to divide both sides by negative 12. If I do that, I find out that y equals 39, which is great, but we've got to understand what that means. Y was our buses, and we're looking for how many it holds. So the capacities for the buses are 39 students. Okay, well, now that we know what our y value is, we're going to use that information to try to find out what our x values are. We're going to plug in 39 for y, and then find x. And we can plug it in for either one of these equations. Okay, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to choose this first one. And you typically want to do it on these equations before you manipulated them, because if you have an error, then that will be magnified whenever you've manipulated the equation. So I always go back to the first equation, the original one. Okay, so if I plug in 39 for y, it should look something like this. 4x plus 7 times 39 equals 341. I'm going to simplify that a little bit further. Okay, 4x equals 273. Or 4x plus 273 equals 341. Now I just simply solve this one. This is a 2-step equation. I subtract 273 from both sides. That leaves me 4x equals 68. Well, if I divide both sides by 4, I find out that x equals 17. And x over here represented the capacity of the vans. So one van holds 17 people. Okay, now it asks me, list your answer as van, comma, bus with no labels. So I'd have to go with the van number here, comma, the bus number. So 17, comma, 39 would be my answer on this particular one. And that's how you'll input it into the online system.